Good morning, students. Let's continue our chapter Lost Spring. Yesterday we have completed the first part of it, that is the story of Sahib-e-Alam, the rag picker. And the Sahib-e-Alam and his family, they came from Bangladesh, Dhaka, because they have lost their everything, their prosperous field, their house, everything they have lost in flood. And now they are living in the outskirt area of the Delhi, that's called Simapuri, and they are living in a very miserable condition. Their life depend upon only on rag picking. Sometimes they are not afford even the pair of slipper for them. Garbage is like a gold for them. Students, we have completed the revision of the answer yesterday, and today we are going to revise the questions. The question number 1: what did garbage mean to the children of Simapuri and to their parents? Garbage is like gold for them, because garbage is the only source of their survival. In garbage, sometime they get the 1, 2 and 10 rupees note, maybe some broken toys, discarded shoes, and many other material, the so-called that's important to them. Here the garbage, it's really important for them because it's some of it can be sold for cash, thus becoming a meaning of survival for the children. And Simapuri, for their parents, it is providing them their daily bread and a roof over their head. Roof, either it is temporary, but at least they are getting one-time meal just because of this garbage, so it's called gold for them. Second number question is, what does Sahib look for in the garbage dumps? The garbage dumps. Sahib, not only Sahib, but the other children like Sahib, they all search for so many important things. The important things only for the children, they are living in the age of poverty. In the garbage dump, Sahib looks for useful items which can be sold for cash, as these items can be traded for money. They are just like gold for them. Sahib and his family live in Simapuri, a slum on the periphery of Delhi. His family had migrated from Bangladesh. They have no other means of survival. Their life completely depends upon the garbage. Next, why had the rag pickers come to live in Simapuri? The Sahib-e-Alam and other the rag pickers, they came to live in Simapuri. Why they all came to live in Simapuri? Because they have lost their everything in flood in Bangladesh. And once Sahib parents lived in Bangladesh amidst the green field of Dhaka. There were many storms and that swept away their field, their homes. That's why they migrated to Delhi, settled down in Simapuri looking for an occupation. And the name of occupation is nothing, just rag picking. Next is, how was Sahib's life at a tea stall? When narrator recounted the Sahib-e-Alam many times, and always she asked the same question, why do you do such kind of trivial profession? Then Sahib changed his profession and then started to work as a tea stall. So what kind of work he enjoyed there? Sahib took up the job of performing odd jobs at the tea stall, but was unhappy because he was tied down by the work he had to do, thus losing his independence which he had earlier as a rag picker. Because being a rag picker, he was enjoying the freedom. The work of rag picking was his own, and he need not to follow the orders of anyone. And surprisingly, sometimes he get so many other important things to them. But when he is working at the tea stall, he is getting a certain amount of wages, but he is really he's not feeling the same kind of freedom, same kind of liberty as he was feeling at the time of rag picking. It is his karam, his destiny define that statement. You know that most of the people in India, they are living their life because in a below poverty line, and we all believe in our destiny, that it is our karam, it is our destiny. That's why we are just living our life such a trivial manner. Here Mukesh grandmother and many other people like Sahib-e-Alam and the family, they think that it is their karam. Because of the superstitions, they think of that. Mukesh grandmother says, actually student, this question is also belong to the second part of the story about the Bengal makers, but this is suitable for the both part, that you believe the destiny, meaning that their family can't escape from their God-given lineage of Bengal making. Same here, the people who are living in the area of periphery of Delhi, they are depend upon the rag picking. They have no other options. They are totally helpless. There was actually they have to do such kind of dirty work just to fill their stomach, and they continue to suffer. But Mukesh has the courage to dream of the becoming a motor mechanic, thus breaking free from destiny. Same here, Sahib just tried to change the work he is doing continuously as the other children living in the area of Simapuri, and they are doing this kind of profession. Sahib just want to change his profession and he want to do something sophisticated, that he could be called a civilized person, but they are living the standard and the life they are living in the area of slum, totally in sanitary conditions, full of dirt, garbage. There is no proper arrangements of the drainage system also. Actually they are living, they are very unhygienic conditions, and they think that it is their destiny, that's why they are suffering of that. Student, beside it, we have discussed yesterday that the irony in the name of Sahib-e-Alam, because Sahib-e-Alam, it means the Lord of the universe, the Lord of the universe. But the Lord of the universe, what doing? He is doing just the rag picking. Students, these are some important questions related to this chapter, and the second part of the chapter, that is belong to the Bengal makers, we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.